Interesting. Can I know why you so skinny? It is not really a huge reason, guys. You know, I guess it's just kind of me, you know? It's like, why is anyone the way they are, you know? My thoughts on intermittent fasting. Have I tried it? Hey, you know, I think like different things work for different people. Hello, Chop and B, how are you? I mean, I don't really say like, oh, I intermittent fast or anything like that, but I mean, I guess like, how do I explain it? Like, I guess like I don't say like, hey, you guys, I identify as like, but that's like a weird way to say it, as like an intermittent faster. But, you know, I feel like sometimes, you know, like I can go a while without eating and then just kind of like eat when I eat, you know? And I think like, hey, it works for some people. Like, people eat at different times during the day. People like do different things. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think my opinion is like, if it works for you, that's great. If it doesn't and you prefer to like eat every few hours or more often, then that's great too. You know, different things work for like different people. So yeah, I don't know. This kind of depends on the person. I don't know if you remember me, but I was Psychedelic Pirate from back on YouNow back in 2013 to 2015. When sounds familiar. I am doing pretty good. I hope you're doing good, Psychedelic Pirate. It's nice to see you too. Thanks for joining my Twitch. Thank you for the bits, Michael. People need to stop telling you to eat. Not everyone wants to see people eating on camera. We're just here to enjoy your streams in general. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I don't know why everybody wants like a mukbang stream. I know. Can I touch my shoulders with respective hand side? Like that? She just admitted to not eating. No, I didn't. I didn't. I eat every day. I just said like, okay, I'm gonna get into what I said, but let me read the rest of your comment. She's in massive denial about having an ED, and it is said, no. People ask me about intermittent fasting. You can't say that like, and I don't, like I said, I don't even like consider myself like, oh, I intermittent fast. I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes I'll like, how do I explain it? Like, I can go like, you know, not like when I say like a good amount, I don't mean like a crazy long amount. I mean, maybe what you would like consider like an intermittent fast. But, you know, intermittent fasting, then people like in like their eating window or whatever, they're eating. And they're eating like whatever they eat. They eat like a fine amount of food or like whatever. And I'm not even saying like I practice that, but you know, I kind of like know some people do it. And it's like, that's not eating. It doesn't mean like you don't eat. Like, yeah. I never said like, oh, I don't eat. I didn't say that at all. Could you eat a full English breakfast in one sitting? I mean, what is that considered? See, I could even look at it like you guys, like I have like a weird sleep schedule sometimes. So I'm not really like a big like breakfast person. So that's more what I'm saying. Not everybody does eat breakfast. If they do, that's awesome. If they don't, that's cool too. I mean, like, it's just kind of like, all I was saying when, like, it's like when someone asked me about like intermittent fasting, I was just like, yeah, you know, cool. It's a thing that some people do. If that works for them, that's cool. It doesn't mean they're not eating. I never said anything about that. These Gen Z kids are so ridiculous, some of them. Yeah, it's like some people, guys, it just seems like they want to find a problem with everything, you know? Hi, Cat Gray, how are you? It's like you ask, like someone asked you a question about something that actually a lot of people do, and they just asked me my opinion, and I just kind of am like, okay, like, sure, here's my opinion. And not everyone in Gen Z is bad, because there's a lot of awesome Gen Zers, but it's just like, There's people of all generations. It's not even just Gen Z, but some people that it just seem like they're just kind of waiting for you to like say something like wrong so they can kind of like jump on you and be like, oh my gosh, like how could you say that? It's like, you guys realize like that's like an actual thing that, hey, it works for a lot of people and they are eating. It doesn't mean like they're not eating. It's just they eat during more like certain times, which it's like, okay, I'm just kind of like, hey, whatever works for people. Gen Z is too woke, not gonna lie. It's just kind of like, yeah, you guys. I mean, I feel like some of these like super like woke people, it's like, how do I say it? It just kind of seems like people are just always looking for something to be mad about. Like, you can't say anything without somebody getting like so overly offended. It's just like kind of ridiculous sometimes. Being woke is not a bad thing at all, but being over the top about the wrong things and being disrespectful to people who mean no harm is not right. Yeah, like, you know, everyone's, I think, entitled to like their own opinions, but I just feel like there's some people that it's like they get so offended by literally everything. And it's like somebody could truly not mean like any harm. And it's like they just always want to find a problem. There's just always going to be some kind of issue. You know, it's got to be, how can we make this bad? And like they people just can't handle anything. You know, it's just kind of like, I don't know. Kind of almost like Karen mentality. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, I don't know. Not really Karen, but you know what I mean. Drama vampires. Yeah, it's like people just want to make drama over nothing. Exactly. And people literally just want to make like Twitch chats too soft sometimes. I mean, it's just like, you know, people ask me a question, I answer it. People get like so offended. I'm offended and triggered. You're snatched. Oh, Akalixer, I'm the worst. It's like, how dare I exist, you know? Is it actually nothing? In my opinion, yeah. I just kind of feel like sometimes like people are way too quick to get like offended by everything. It's not even just like the fact they're offended. It's like also the fact that people just kind of want to almost like suppress people. Like people that like want people like me like banned from the internet when I don't try to like do anything wrong. It's like, do you guys really want that? It's like, if we were to ban me, if you don't like me, it's fine, you know? But it's kind of like, who are we gonna start banning next, you know? It's just kind of like, the more you kind of keep like discriminating people, I just feel like that's such like a dangerous route to go down. You're kind of like asking to like lose freedom, you know? It's like, is that really what we want? Do we really want to be like this like crazy like nation that's like, oh, you can't be online. You could be dangerous because of how you look. Somebody could like see you and that could be bad. People love you. I mean, some people, like a lot of you guys are always really sweet to me. And it always means like so much. Like it really does. But yeah. Some people, it's just kind of like, ugh. Holy Week, be kind. Yeah, it's Holy Week, you guys. Exactly. Listen to the message of Jesus. You know, Jesus was all about acceptance, forgiveness, love. Things that I think the world like really needs like more of.